Hello, Internet. I'm Dan.
And I'm Chaz.
Welcome.
Okay.
Hello. No, you do it. You do it. Hello, Internet. I'm Dan.
And I'm Chaz. And this is the Wine and Serious Business Show, episode 72. Pretty fun show today. We've got Rieslings from the Pacific Northwest. We're doing the entire spectrum. We're doing Southern Oregon, Northern Oregon, Willamette Valley, and Columbia Valley. So all the way through Oregon and into Washington. All
wines that we haven't tried. I mean, obviously you can tell we sipped them a little bit earlier tonight, but stuff that we're not really familiar with. And yeah, back on the search for the Great American Riesling. So let's start out with Southern Oregon.
Yep.
Chaz knows a little bit about this one.
So from Roseburg, Oregon, this is the Reustle or Reustle 2009 Riesling. These are all 2009s, we should say. I don't think we said that.
We had them on their Pinot Noir a little while ago. It's the Prairie Rock Vineyard, so it's the same vineyard that they grow the Pinot Noir in. Don't know a whole lot about them, but the Pinot was decent, and you know, true Southern Oregon fruit, straight out of Roseburg, just like Chaz.
But that was an epic burn. Wow. Oh, you have to excuse me for a second. I lost my train of thought. It was so good.
Well,
yeah, it was good.
See what it smells like. Pretty straightforward on the nose, but I'm getting like some limes and a little bit of the lime peel, right? A little twist of lime on there.
That reminds me sort of like Granny Smith apple, green apple sort of sense as well.
A bit of a white floral note that I can't quite put my finger on, but nice nose, yeah.
Yeah, it smells delicious.
Super clean on contact. The green apples he was talking about are definitely showing more. And I'm getting a little bit of acidity gripping up kind of in the back end. Actually, wow, it's getting pretty strong.
Yeah, very strong, yeah. And this is more like lime citrus, sort of green citrus, and then a heavy sort of Granny Smith component going on initially and then all the way through the mid-palate and the finish. That said, not displaying much else in flavor. Like any sort of floral note I don't get on the palate, maybe a little on the nose like you're saying, but pretty straightforward on the palate. Full dry as well.
Yeah, I'm getting a little roundness on contact, and the acidity totally knocks things out. Like there's no fruit that runs out on the finish, but the acidity hangs in there, dries up, gets a little rougher than I would prefer towards the end. Not a huge problem though, and again at the price point, entirely reasonable. What did you say it was?
$16.
Yeah, so you know, pretty affordable and really approachable. This is something that I think would appeal to a pretty wide range of people. Like some people are a little sensitive about things being a little too dry, but I think more are sensitive about it being too sweet. And the nice thing is like it's balanced, it's clean, you know, it's not overwhelmingly fruity, not a whole lot of complexity in the flavors, but they're pretty tasty.
I full on agree. Balanced effort, but pretty simple as far as flavor. 86, bordering on 85 points, I'd say, so 86 minus.
Sure. Yeah. I'm going to go 85 plus, I guess. Yeah, still nice at the price point, and you know, good way to start an evening out while people are arriving. Something nice and simple, and kind of refreshing. Could be good hot summer day wine too. Rinse it up. So Trisaetum, I went out to visit these guys not too long ago. I'm really excited about them. They're a local producer that has a number of Rieslings. I tasted, I think, like 3 in the tasting room. This is one that I didn't try. This is a single vineyard, the 2009 Pashey. But it's great to see another producer in Oregon focusing on Riesling, making a range of bottles. It gives them a chance to explore all the different things that Riesling can do, and it really proves the point that they're interested in delivering quality and bringing something interesting out of the Riesling that they're trying to make. So I'm really excited to see what these guys are doing now and going forward.
That's actually a good question. I was just thinking about this while you were talking about that. I would say out of all the white wines that Oregon makes, Riesling is probably my favorite now. I mean, we've had enough, but it also could be because we drink a lot of Riesling. Nice. But Chardonnay was my previous favorite, but Pinot Gris I think is like the white wine for Oregon.
I don't know why.
I don't understand why. That said, I've had some great Pinot Gris in Oregon.
Yeah, that's
right. Some amazing ones. But still, I don't understand it when I see so many good Chardonnays and especially Rieslings coming out of Oregon. I don't know. What's your guys' favorite white wine?
Yeah. So. Let us know.
Yeah, it's showing more.
You think so?
So yeah, these were down a little bit. We had filmed a show previously and kind of not felt okay with it. This is a little corked.
And we weren't quite sure, right? Because when you
Yeah.
start in on a bottle, you're just like, is it just kind of some funky flavors, or is it corked? I don't know. Let's give it some time. Let's find out. Like, let's just shoot it again when that's not hanging over our heads. And yeah, unfortunately, this is corked. There's still some decent things going on.
Yeah, we've tasted quite a bit at this point, and it actually is very drinkable still.
Yeah.
It'll get drank. It'll get finished tonight.
Which makes an interesting point, right? Despite being corked, it's still pretty tasty, and the mouthfeel and the acidity is one of the best that I've had out of any Oregon Rieslings yet. As far as it's got, kind of a delicate touch to it, and it evolves really well.
And even through the sort of musty cardboardy notes, there is a heavy amount of minerality in this wine, both on nose and less so on the palate, but a heavy amount of it on the sort of steely, stony quality to it. What's up?
I'm not going to dump. I don't want to drink the rest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours, I guess, but yeah. So that one's corked. Unfortunately, no score. We'll get these guys back on again sometime soon.
I think this could have been a really great wine.
Yeah, I might even try and pick up another.
Like we scored it pretty decently before on the previous show, but that said, I think it could have gone higher. So.
Yeah. So anyway, cool stuff. We'll have him back on. Try and give him a more reasonable show. Hopefully,
I kind of just want to drink it.
Drink it then. Good. Drink that.
Don't let good alcohol go to waste.
Right, yeah, I guess. Well, you can take care of that then too. This is the Pacific Rim Organic Riesling, another producer out of Washington, Columbia Valley that makes a big range of Rieslings. We were looking on their website. We were really surprised. I mean, more than 5, right? Like they've got. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say in the range like 7.
There's a rinse for you there. So a good number. You don't want to.
Healthy rinse.
Yeah, healthy. It's light, right? This is a little bit of sweetness.
Get that liver to work.
Just under 11% alcohol.
Where's your rinse
It's
at?
nice and clean. It's already gone, Chaz. I'm ahead of you. What are you doing? You don't even have to work in the morning. What are you doing later tonight?
I don't understand that you are. I'll see you. I work night shift, and I'll see Dan online at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's the cutoff. That's the cutoff.
You have an 8 to 5.
Yeah, I know, but I get caught up. I mean, I'm sure some of you have that experience, right? You get caught up in a project.
But it's regular, all the time.
Work's been rough lately,
Wow.
and I guess to also kind of explain that is I run some really complex simulations that take a long time to run. So if I get some stuff done late at night, I like to launch a bunch of these so they're running while I sleep. So I kind of get 6 hours of work done without having to do anything, and it's really important where if I go to sleep before starting that, then I eat up 6 hours of my workday without being able to actively participate in what's going on or make forward progress. So it's really important to have stuff running while I sleep.
That's a good point.
That's kind of what makes that happen. Wow, a little insight into my work life, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely sweeter on the nose here.
This is coming up a little more different for me before. Now I'm able to differentiate the flavors, like the red apple thing,
Yeah, totally.
and then a ripe pear, yellow pear.
Oh, nice. I can see that. I'm getting some really nice honey on this too, like
Yeah.
some clover honey or something. I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah, there is sort of a honey thing. We were bordering on like honeycomb cereal or like.
Saying tricks before, but I don't.
Yeah,
I don't really
so
get
much
that so
right
much
now.
now.
This is definitely a more fruity wine.
Filling out a little bit now that it's been open, and that's nice to see.
So that said, I would say give both the Reustle and this a little bit of airtime before you pop them. Yeah. Maybe even decant them. Decanting white wines, some people don't do.
That'd be an interesting show
Yeah.
sometime. I know my dad was asking me why we don't decant more wines on the show. He's like, yeah, sometimes when we have dinner, you always want to decant stuff. How come you never do that on the show? I'm like, well, it's kind of like a consistency thing. We don't do it for everything, and so that definitely creates more of an uneven playing field than we do anyway. And then I'm not entirely sure whether it's the right thing to do. And it's another step of the process, right? Then we need 3 decanters maybe.
Right.
Too much complexity, so we kind of decided against it. But it'd be fun to explore what it does to the flavors.
So this is a nice wine.
Yeah.
Sweetness here is up front. Definitely playing more like the red apple sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Nice apple flavors, though.
Yeah, nice engaging apple flavors, but that said, pretty simple.
Sure.
Just kind of like the Reustle, and this is unfortunately we got 2 that are like this because the Trisaetum I felt was like a more sort of complex experience, but this is definitely just a straightforward, nice, easy, sweet Riesling that I can see a lot of people liking. I think this could match up with a lot of palates.
Yes.
So.
The acidity's clean. It's drying out fully after I have a few sips. It's not too strong right away, but definitely kind of builds up over time. When it hits on the back end, it feels a little bit like carbonation, which I hear a lot of other people say, and that's not an experience that I have too much, but it definitely kind of reminds me of carbonated beverages, you know, when I'm having sips of it here.
Yeah, and just delicious and easy, and the acidity does a great job of cleaning off that sweetness and not making it feel cloying or syrupy.
Yep.
87 points for me on this one. Awesome at the price point. Recommended at the price point. I think it's like $14.
Yeah, something like that.
Recommended.
Definitely
at the price
affordable.
point.
And I think, you know, I'm starting to get a little more of a feel for what Washington fruit's delivering, and this reminds me of some of the other Washington, you know, the Columbia Valley Rieslings that we've had.
I need to pay more attention to that sort of stuff.
And you know, and so I'll say it's a nice expression of that as well, right? Just some good red apple flavors, clean, well put together, pretty well balanced. 88 minus for me. Nice wine. I look forward to trying some of their single vineyard stuff. I have kind of high hopes for this producer. They really kind of focus on Riesling. They got a huge lineup, so looking forward to that. Question of the day?
We kind of already asked it in the middle of it.
Okay.
We can just go with that.
Sure.
Unless you want to add something else?
No, that's good.
Okay, which was, wow, cut. So the question of the day, we're back, we cut. Question of the day was, what's your favorite white wine style coming out of Oregon? Like, what are you most excited about? Because I think Pinot Gris is just not it right now. I've had so many good Riesling, so many good Chardonnays coming out of Oregon that, while Pinot Gris can be done well here, I just don't feel it's the white wine that Oregon.
Yeah, I've had one that I've been excited about.
Johann. Anyway. Alright, so that's it. See you at 73.